except for one or two unfortunate days, dumsor is no longer a phenomenon in our country. We have been able to handle dumsor. The huge debt, the 5 billion plus debt we inherited over the energy sector, we've dealt with half of it, and we're in the process of redeeming the other half. Today we're exporting energy to Burkina Faso. We'll begin again to Togo, because we have excess capacity and we're using it to derive more money for our country. It's important that we have reliable, secure supply of energy to be able to power the industries that are emerging, especially our bauxite and iron ore and steel industry.
Okay, welcome. Topic for discussion and what's it dumsor? What's your cry? Udim said dumsor is back, because in the past by 1 week in here, every blessed day be a light in it me call like twice off, 3 times, sometimes on and off. Sa corner ba. But nobody is telling us what exactly is going on. Ghana energy sector, no, a sign and the city, all the details no are coming up here. So stay tuned. Say the boss culture, no, don't go anywhere. Subscribe and be part of this community. Ivan Che Innocent One here on YouTube. Unsubscribe, just do your best and subscribe so that we roll together. Thank you. The other kind, Ghana, energy sector, kakrakana dahono. A honsem a dorso bebre, a car upon a car upon a car. The last check I'm a check here at the Adise. Bientia dumsor cost bebre nene say Ghana edeka. Ghana de car bebre. Because ECG car or the independent power producers I will chroma from the IPP. Your friend is saying IPPs, you know, everyone need to over 2.2 billion. This is according to the president of the saying independent power producers. Or more CEO now or that no has averred because of challenging the recent comment by finance minister say a cano 1 billion or say a cano is somewhere around 2.2 billion. So independent checks no man as for my year say it's around 2 billion thereabout. So he cannot be far from their all cannot, because exchange rates and other interest in as for our cost. So Nina can Americana compile it to a tune of about 2 billion. But recently, finance minister Bakachire and said on these independent power producers, you know, there are about 7 of them or 8, and now only 5 are go into agreement. Say Emma Omu Num or more power plant, you know. Because this is what has been happening. Generation mix, you know. Ghana, apart from the produce, you know, these independent power producers, you know, contribute to about half to generation mix. Almost half to a generation mix. And as I buying a 2 or mocha. And this energy sector, a car, then I say for Kahubi, and a John Mahama pencil, or Sati Adia, your friend Esla. A energy sector levy where or the babato or na sabi a car si levies be a babegusa I canum biano na energy sector a cana or hono independent power producers a producer gas and then as a form sikana betoma then na utuya. So this is what happened. A consortium of banks a board one, then one was appointed as a leader and to sikana betoma, then you pick the money now babato fund the numno and answer levy we numno. Then you share among various stakeholders at Audio Moka. But in recent times, President Kufuor by this Eslam culture was mortgaged at the Kwaji Bosnia. So what it means is that Sikabe Toma, that money no cannot go to pay these independent power producers and other individuals at Audio Moka. Nabum, the money no will have to go and pay for mortgage na ya mortgage da Kwaji Bosnia no. Sana other critical fund I will chroma san ye the year obekaya get fund over the years, and also ebobo school home branding as for was mortgage and the kokwaje bosia and the intended purpose get fund ye the year then as for no sa state we niama we nyina ni ho a yentumi mfa nye koye de abobo bosia basa enti enne the ECG abaya eka dan na esi ho eka ana amemene no, and I'm coming to show you your friend is saying ade a eche say indeed ECG eka mene no. So we have document we ya mede eba abeto so ya clearly ebetro say for the past bear we near ECG will come and kasa. So where the electricity company of Ghana, that's the ECG, that is a deepening financial crisis at the core of Ghana's energy distribution network. The electricity Ghana, that's the ECG, is facing a catastrophic financial crisis. In 2022, ECG recorded a loss of about 10.2 billion in 2022. Don't forget, say a year before, year 2021, no, na boka almost 1.9 billion. So it's a company, a buying company, a boka 1.9 billion. The subsequent year, we hope say we wait me mitigating that sabi or to near my year canaba from, but where there a can a balloon from 1.9 to 10.2 billion, and that has been the trajectory ECG, and I'm so in recent times near more nyina there the pefe say sabi eka and then as for ena mene Ghana ena eka na ECG de no enye ECG nkwa na state owned company sabi odeka. There are several other your friend is saying companies omonso no eka on the at the same energy sector omonso eka ena meme no mo. One has to do with your friend is saying GridCo. GridCo no in charge of energy distribution our northern sector. And omonso no so wo he omo eka ne nasefo amen omo a ene na da ho no the year 2023 omo boka almost $547 million. The previous year no now waboka $460 million. So these documents are uhui ejina chiro say oba ye energy sector all the critical stakeholders are otherwise no ubehu omo ECG GridCo ubehu your friend is saying other we are ekeka ho no say obia ni ho a sabi o make profit omu nyina obia eboka. And a money major concern for us say we can't live in the country all critical stakeholders ye hiomo say ombeye enuma amagana no ni nyina akwadan eka edan. Then another sector aye crucial in this regard aye the Petroleum Commission onana or look oye oversight your fence responsibility in terms of your oil and gas your fence sector no. And so the year 2022 the commission the Petroleum Commission in Ghana also posted your friend is saying a deficit of about $34.5 million. And this will give you an indication say all the big companies are in charge over your energy sector now. These companies making sure say your energy mix, energy distribution, gas and oil and gas, and then as for no, you could see clearly say companies are saying edakam enya ekaketwa eno mudemo ekakese ankasa ekase eka kese ena omo ededa dedam ena ni nyina yabu ye ni aguso ena yete ho. Because apart from this company no ubehu say other companies and so involved the same ekaya uhu nenei omo nso aka ho bi. I'm coming. Good. So about energy sector said that we see other state-owned entities in the energy sector, such as the VACO Trust Fund. Meaning you're sure with the VACO Trust Fund and the Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company Limited. Also post to the same laws. Me person who the picture how Ghana energy sector no in major crisis. got that VACO Trust Fund reported 7.5 million loss deficit, that is in the year 2022. While Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing, saying a company also recorded 1.2 million losses, even though catcher said these losses are small as compared to what ECG is posting over the years. But in taking away the fact is your friend is saying state-owned enterprises, these are not companies they are not doing well at all, and that there is the need for a minor to do something. Yebetimi savage the situation. But you see, in all these things, idea bakwa are very instructive. Has to do with kwanya ya faswa ya mismanage this whole thing. Ma we say ECG and generative power. ECG as a company and generative power will chroma say obi na generative power no or there my ECG. It is a generative power na say the my ECG a bisa ho say kwan ben na ECG faswa oton sa power na ye kan ho asem no, and that has been the major concern over the years ama ya ba beduru ba bia ye gina enayi power na ye generating na akodi ECG ho no sources no data available then I say companies generate power na so mo de ma ECG say on ton na oton no eka na ode ba fie enti ye bills sabia obi akoto is ye na ye use prepaid ne there, you have no other option, you have to pay for before you use. But there are major companies, corporations or use light in bulk omono untumi country omo say wo ye omo prepaid eba sa company no begu. So omo ayusu ansa na omo tua. So ye prepaid omo ye postpaid omo yusu ansa na omo tua, the big companies and several other, and I even go outside Accra na enye nipa ni nyina na yusu ye fence prepaid do no so yusu postpaid because of the infrastructure na enye available, all technology still in the system na se for no ntino sika no omuntumi enyeje enti yemfa ne say power has been generated. Independent power producers, my culture said they contribute to 50% of our generation mix. Yeah, Ghana, your install capacity as of now, I think it's around 5,639 megawatts. And at the peak day, you use around, I think, 3,700 thereabouts. So clearly, a choice I think power need to be maybe crack actually, because install capacity compared to peak day capacity here as a minor, there is a wide gap. Dumsor. So dumsor clearly a choice Nema bakwana me to 2 years. One has to do with inefficiency in the structural management upstream of ECG ne kwan fa so moyo monema. Maka say apart from political interference in nema ye no ne petroleum sector no sika ne nya se bi nema ye de ye ne nasefo no nti no ene ama a car baba meno of mine enti eno ka ho bi enti na America millennium saying challenge omo compact we no omo de ba senka omo hwe energy sector na so mine no betimi agina ye ya key agina the energy sector so omo hwe kwan say amanfo produce power na omo de ma ECG so omo konkoton omo beba technical losses and commercial losses beba at some point na ECG was doing 32%, both technical and commercial losses. And company if you had to have record such losses now obetimi ye. So ineffective management and an cripple the ECG. So as part of Americans' initiative, and say, okay, that maybe YPDS it came. Let us infuse private sector participation into the operational setup of the ECG, because say a buying crew for catch on taxes now, and I'm saying the personal company. There is this lackadaisical attitude in Ghana for say the ACT, our attitude toward government work and as a forum. And okasa Ghana ni a buying tax they don't go. Okona independent and fan. And let us infuse private sector, because private sector and nisika beshema omo de near dembe jo musika. And over the years, all her private companies in as for now, one thing I wouldn't take away has to do with efficiency. So America for the catcher and say, yeah, infuse private sector participation. Now almost say yetimi yes ade na ombema esika na yetimi restructure ye energy we no na some old technology ne nema ye betimi dia boost the energy sector no e betimi abo ma energy na sin nan so ye jetum na ye sha ase. Then this is what they did. Kofa foreign company the PDS the ba kuma power distribution company services whatever kofa the buy no. Then the cabal close to the president decided to form your friends a criminal gang and a front this organization, making it look like foreign company no and I own it because PDS na no. So we a foreign company now back home you can't come in the form of mother company you need to incorporate the your friends company no ha. Now we need local identity and sana what me participate in whatever. So incorporating it here, no, the directors and are criminals or we are very close to the president and the family members. No one share that gang up. Say omo who say PDF. Na omo sa America for no disikana ba na ya finance akwanso na ya chadi. So PDS na ba no omo ba so obehwa even documents ne name as or more the chira class a company yesika da ho ne securities ne letter of credit na so for as or more nyina ba umiye no so president daddy because he knew what was happening no he gave them a waiver and the name a security na assurance as ankofo as or more the braga na forma ye di aginamu manugu as a company no our credibility they have the financial might everything betimi aye na sa ne mani nyina no ye boduku ye Emma or more Quenya Mombeji Ghana for Sika for several months. Emma wait here infamous tape by Babontiana President Kufuado ne wafa CN Nuyanum ne one barbering guy BS or no Yakufuado tea or more tape Babontiana they were discussing how Ombe shares as he can among themselves. So I scandal na poppy up pet and a man for shall say raise eyebrow na you who say indeed. Sa ayesa ankrofo na shada form a ring and come over use in the name of PDS abe ayes this particular ring no abe robo Ghana for agi sika bro mo mfa hwe ma because ba na mo ba company o ba be ye investment or maimu anasa o baji ade a there are several assurances na even individuals kra ya award contract more companies a ye de kwan ne bridge ne na se for mo no won sore mfa wa no ma. You need to provide securities, financial assurances, and as a form performance, your friends say assurances that are never be requirements or produce preconditions that you need to produce all these things and sana you who's away you're worthy and send the way number. But PDS and I'm saying no yet any company be na forming or higher na yes our president what for na come fa kuntu on fan fraudulent means abe we are Ghana for no. They didn't provide anything. And I am more kind of more GG Sikano. Alarm no blow, you know. Besin ne. Sika PDF, AGG, yen come, or they have not been able to account to anybody. So I scandal way by and America bankers and Jamamufi say, Jimmy. Yet, Moho Chilamo, ye boamo. Na ye mamu Sikana more go into more energy projects and as a for more befa kuntu kranso ababe ye. Then American government I will draw. They were supposed to give us around $190 million for free. But that money was supposed to be injected into your energy sector. Sabe be robust. You replace the old technology and make sure say things will really work. But sasika we buy no. Omo fa nyansa kwan so chedi ye. Enti America for nya hu say no. Munya serious. Enti ene yam fa yesika. So that particular money na senka Ghana nya free. Na itime boaye ma ye revival ye energy sector na sefo enam krono nti be si ne sa sika na boy na Kufuado as a president sa nema scandals ye ba ye entimi nya nyi one day kwansi ho sa ade we Ghana for deserve answer entimi mfa akwanya we so kra na nka menkyerechire mu nkyere Ghana for be si ne nkyerechire mu se hwan yo ni nyina abo Ghana for ene ye de te ha ne enti ye ne what one as a dumsor air cost it is because Abino did this independent power producers wake up. This Chinese company Sona Asogli. Omo Abino the Omoka over $800 million. I'm told say Omo one of the independent power producers almost shut down Omo plant. And some others are shut down their plants. And the entire light off no call eba went to win country be and say independent power producers no ne aban kan say mehia mesika ne week we mehia mesika week ni o kan na sika na ma then no modum plant no omudum plant na ECG net your friends Greco any because they generate the power and give you to sell. So omudum plant na automatically there will be a light off because ECG na supposed to mean ya ho hwe or my culture say energy mix and their contribution is up to about 50%. And when they take their plant off until we have a light and the whole part of Accra NEDCO omudum plant in then it means that there is going to be a power shortage. And that is what they've been doing over the years. A car buying the 2.2 billion no and the oil and gas sector the same thing. Fuel no as for my year turn as for Petroleum Management Act in Sikana yebenya no kra na se be yusu ni ye no eno ko akwakwa asem foforo. And a company we are oman Sikana Petroleum Sikana omunya no sabi nkrasesem no moto no mudidi no mudisi astrotef no as for them a car memene this sector I'm a sector na cripple because all the financial incentive no backbones are na ewo hoda that like the esla na other means na eye sebe ya metinye tua these power producers na kana na eye esla Joma Hama de buy in 2016 no because of the mortgage no there has been a disruption, so there is no way these people are getting their money and you don't see any way because my culture say revenue na ECG na other way edge no enye enough to pay because say yeah the power amount say jekoton now at the end of the day technical losses and commercial losses here somewhere around 32%. Then which means sikana winya di free mba no eye kakra bi. So according to report say yeah the power na my ECG the bills or multimi recover na somewhere around 45% inefficiency because among 40 are making money, they don't even care about whether this thing your hand your cost contract and they changing meter yes because these things and the take sikaba man for bottom because somebody need to lead that particular thing. Some yes sikaba by the bottom, but the overall health of Ghana's energy sector now has been a major thing and no be a concern. And this sector here a many don't forget to say this joker now following Baumia Sope Vice President Napo is the person not in charge of this energy sector until recently. My culture says I granted, but be over Kobia or Koseho, so over Kaya education sector, free SHS, the way and manner it was implemented, everything Ghana education, I hate a snack has to do with him. The fact is that Ghana form any syllables because of his sexuality, comprehensive sexuality education syllabus or cover by Ghana for born Gara way no and ni syllables. Or the sa near man on the core energy sector why energy sector na mean no enti power crisis no ho independent power producer na nwumre America say is nebufu no komia na machine so say tem ubenya light off because abind do omoka over 2.2 billion and there is nothing government can do because onisika this be a galam say na bi ombetu dia kotia ka dia because and now kobo say obi amount America for no muhu ya mobo say ombema isika no na busuafo be ye frakadam amamubufu ye amasasika na kwakoshe entiminua woti baabi na wo per explanation as to why there is dumsor. This is the reason and there are several other reasons mekasa mi koma we really be hope I don't want to go there. Several reasons because recently aye we ya mahama kofa ba ya na ebe ye source of political we ya manfo bashing na anu na po 2 years old ikokumase no. Yeah, transported this particular thing from where baby and there to Kumasi. Good. So it has never been about reviving the sector. It is about these independent power producers, investment they are running at loss. Distribute power no sebaya abang edin sika be man. Now, Boabo, Canada, able to do $2.2 billion. Don't forget the IMF, MIN 3 billion. They die for IMF bailout in 3 billion. And it's buying the independent power producers got 2.2 billion. You can imagine the amount I can once a minute. And then government Bible and tell just nuru 1 billion and your way, but they are telling you say exchange rate losses interest over the years. I wouldn't see any other. Your friends saying agreement why infringe on and as a for no put upper. It is around 2.2 billion. And then the energy sector na po down or free or no. This is what he left in his wake. I never Ghana for a grapple with dumsor. What is will be about because they have no solution about this particular thing. So that is crisis situation at Ghana for whom. And because it is not in their hands, you know. I want no for IPP for no couple matches actually ever to about na the mu ye there, but some don't care. My culture say so now so glee there say or shouting the crowd dada and one other shouting there. 5 were able to agree. They are not even sure of this agreement going these elections because the government can lose the election or lose the election. The next government come in, you know, how is the arrangement going to be like? Are we going to go into renegotiation? So there is this uncertainty that is hanging. And also to one it's the reason why on daily basis dumsor bebreno. They more be confused. This is how I met me summarize it's a very detailed way, but I think this is the best way I can summarize the whole thing for you to understand why there is dumsor. Because there has been mismanagement upon mismanagement. Don't forget why the ECG boss recently or resigned here. Because the same cabana PDS na you know, the same Crofona ECG where they are supposed to go and pay for things, you know. They wanted a channel like Hona Befa, so the finance minister and the people at time. But there is dumsor. And this is the reason why there is dumsor. That I miss when you subscribe to this page, and there are more of updates coming your way. Thank you very much.